Today we're going to be learning about chemical and physical changes in various objects and things around you. So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to click on this button right here on my website under States of Matter, and you are going to look at the details that surround chemical and physical changes. You're going to look at the chemical and physical properties, and you're going to look at how chemical and physical changes happen, what causes them to happen, and can they be reversed. So really quick, we're going to look at this diagram right here, which is also on my website. If you look at this diagram, you'll notice it says physical changes on this side and chemical changes on this side. A physical change is a change where matter changes forms but not chemical identity. For example, when ice melts, ice is frozen water. It's H2O. Once it melts, it's liquid water. It's still H2O. Wood. If you chop wood in half, it is still wood. Marbles, if you put them all in a bucket together, they're still marbles. Paper, if you shred the paper, it is still paper. Physical changes are things that can be undone. So when you melt ice, you can then refreeze ice. If you have wood that's chopped in half, it didn't undergo a chemical reaction, so it is still the same thing you started with. Marbles, you can take out the green marbles. Paper, you can put it back together. So physical changes are changes where things can be undone. You can undo it. Nothing changed about the chemistry of that object. All that changed was maybe the shape of it, the color of it, something that we can go back and undo. Now, a chemical change is a little bit different. In a chemical change, we see a reaction occurring and a new product is formed. So what that means is burning wood. Now here we chopped it. That didn't change the fact that it was still wood. If you burn wood, you end up with ash at the end. The wood is no longer there. A chemical reaction has been taken place and some of it has been released as heat. You cannot undo the wood after it has been burnt. A banana, you have a normal banana. After it rots, you cannot go back to the normal banana. It's rotted because a chemical reaction took place between the oxygen in the air and the banana itself. You cannot undo it. Fireworks are another example of a chemical reaction. You start with one object. Once you heat it, it converts into something totally different, and we can't go back and bottle this firework back up. Lastly, you have vinegar and baking soda. Vinegar is a very strong acid, baking soda is a very strong base. When you mix these two together, they react. Some of the baking soda disappears, the vinegar evaporates. You have several things going on here in your chemical reaction with vinegar and baking soda. You cannot undo this. So chemical changes cannot be undone. A chemical reaction has taken place. Physical changes can be undone and no chemical reaction has taken place. So what you're going to do today, you're going to look at slide 15 on your Matter digital notebook. Remember, if you can't find this, you go to Google, you click on apps, you go to Drive, and it should be right there. If it is not there, you're going to look at the assignment from August 18th, and it'll be there. All right, we're working on slide 15. Notice we've been working on this a while, and so you're not turning it in. You're simply going to go back and mark as done when you finish. The directions are all right here at the top. It says read the information on the left. Okay, you're going to read this information. You're going to circle the key words. So you're going to take your circle, you're going to drag it to keywords. So maybe I think changing shape or changing size are my two keywords right here. You need to circle those. All right, so the diagram shows crumpling paper, tearing paper, writing on paper. It says all these are physical changes. So right here it asks you in the question box, what is a physical change? In the key details box, you're going to add text to tell me what that physical change is. What is a physical change? If you don't remember from the video, right here you look over and it tells you that a physical change occurs when you cut or crumple a substance like paper, but it can also occur when you add, heat, or take away, because it happens when any change that doesn't alter the actual substance is going on. So a physical change, here's the answer, any change that doesn't alter the physical substance. Down here, what I want you to do in the synthesis sentence, I want you to read the whole thing and give me one good summary sentence. All right, slide 16, physical versus chemical. It says if a physical change doesn't change the composition, What do you believe a chemical change does? So right here you should tell me what you think a chemical change does. Right here the instructions say drag 3 examples from these choices that you believe are chemical changes. So you're going to drag the choices. So maybe I think a change can't be reversed is an example. I'm going to drag that down here and then drag it back. You won't drag it back, but you're going to drag 3 examples from these down here to chemical change. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to insert an image of a chemical change. So you'll come right here, you'll click on that, you'll go to Insert, Image, search the web, and you'll give me some sort of chemical change. Okay? Once one comes up, like this explosion right here, maybe you're going to use that. You'll drag it to the spot and insert your image. Now you're going to have to resize it, so just make it small enough to where it can go in the spot. And you're done. Last thing we're going to do today is talk about physical changes as far as the kinetic theory goes. I want you to read this information on the kinetic theory. The kinetic theory basically tells you that all particles are in constant motion. They never stop completely. Even in a solid, they're vibrating together. So you're going to watch this video right here. It's going to explain everything for you. Using the information from this passage and this video, you're going to answer this. What happens when the kinetic energy of the temperature increases? What happens, or what does the kinetic theory of matter actually say? And right here, you're going to look at this diagram and tell me, where would kinetic thermal energy or movement energy caused by heat be the highest? So where would our kinetic thermal energy, our moving energy caused by heat, be the highest? You're going to tell me point A, point B, point C, or point D. You are not going to turn it in when you're finished. You are going to go back to your assignment, and you are going to, in the top right-hand corner, hit mark as done, and I will know you are finished. So you have a wonderful day.